Hey, welcome to Milling It Over. Today's topic is stereotypes. We are talking about all the different things that you may or may not have heard about military wives in particular. They get really ridiculous. There's a lot of really silly things, but as a lot of people have brought to my attention, usually stereotypes are there for a reason. So maybe at one point in time they had at least a little bit of truth in them, but a lot of them have just grown so much and they've become something else entirely, and people who believe these when they hear them are just really uninformed, because as a collective group, military wives don't have one identity that they claim to. There might be groups of people who fit in with this type of wife, and but as a whole, I don't think you could identify us by very many topics in common, because we all are so different, like the rest of the world. So you can't really pick us out, but people try to, as in everything else. And I have a list here of some of the ones that I found funny or that I just wanted to reflect on or whatever. I have to give a big shout out to MSSN for helping me come up with these. Thanks a bunch, you guys. I couldn't have thought of all these, so I appreciate it. Let's see. I'll start off. I'll just go down the list. They're in no particular order, so if I repeat myself, I'm sorry. But the first one that I wrote down is souvenir wife. I thought this one was funny because it was something I didn't really think about, but this is the person who comes home, from being stationed overseas, and comes home with a wife who maybe needs a green card or something like that. So apparently you can't fall in love legitimately in a different country and bring home someone you want to marry without people thinking that she needs her green card and she wants to come over here. So that was funny. Another one that is pretty prominent is that military wives are uneducated. We're gold diggers. All we want to do is stay at home in our PJs and watch TV. Don't look at what I'm wearing. But I am educated, thank you very much. And I don't think that's true of a lot of wives. I think education is, more accessible to a lot of people nowadays. So it's really, I wouldn't say that as a whole the spouses are uneducated. Perhaps if they're like me, they are educated, yet they enjoy the luxury of staying home. I want to have a family, and that's important to me. And so I don't mind taking time off from my career and my education. I do want to finish my master's, but I don't mind taking time off to, do the things that I want to do with my life and my family. So if starting a family is one of those, then that's what I'm going to do. And I don't feel bad about it, and I'm enjoying my time here, and I'm very thankful to be able to do this, to be able to afford to do this. So that kind of brings me to my next point. A lot of people think that military wives are baby factories. I'm 25 years old, and I am currently growing my first child. So I'm far from a baby factory, but I think there is a little bit of truth to that, with some women anyway, because it just seems like that's what the Army doctors are good at, is, growing those little babies and helping out in that way. So that's usually the most popular wing of the hospital. But let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we have the trophy wife versus the big fat mess. Either you're one or the other. You're either beautiful, gorgeous, thin, you've got it all together, or you're fat, lazy, and ugly, and I think that one's completely ridiculous. you know, when I first started dating my husband, a lot of people would say, "Oh, you're gonna be the bombshell or something on his arm or something." It kind of makes me cringe, because it's like, you know, that's such a weird thing to say. Like, I was intimidated though, because I always wanted to look really good, and you know, especially like at little functions, I wanted him to be the one looking at me, but that's any girl, right? But I wanted to fit in. I wanted to, you know, feel comfortable in my clothes, and, you know, have my hair done and all that good stuff. And then I realized what it was really like, which is more like a real life, and it doesn't bother me anymore if I'm not the prettiest girl in the room, or if I feel fat. My day is not gonna, you know, be completely ruined by that. So I'm glad that that's not an accurate portrayal. Other things is that, you know, maybe the reasons that we marry are kind of superficial, like marrying for the benefits that the military has, which I think is silly, but maybe it's true. I didn't really experience this much. When me and Captain Jay got married, I didn't have health insurance, so it was nice when we did get married that I could actually go to the doctor. But I didn't have it for other reasons. It wasn't, I mean, I didn't feel like having it. I could have paid for it if I wanted to. It was not one of those things that was really high on my list. Sorry, Mom, Dad, and everybody that begged me to get it. I had it for about a month, and I was like, why am I paying for this? So I got rid of it. But yeah, so that was nice, but that's not why I got married by any stretch of the imagination. Also, they say that military spouses marry young, and we're just all starry-eyed, and, you know, it ends badly, which is probably true for a lot of people. I don't think I married younger than I thought I would, but not young. So there. Let's see. Another good one is that military spouses have no identities of their own. This is completely not true. By looking at my blog, you could say that I'm pretty, I mean, you might guess that I'm pretty involved in my husband's career, but that's not true at all. It's just, it rhymed, and that's what I wanted to name my blog, so that's what I did. But a lot of wives, you know, when their husband's deployed, they have their whole lives going on. They get busy, and they take care of the house and all that, and the kids, and there's so much more to them as a person than just being married into the military. So I think that one's completely false. And another thing that kind of goes along with that is that all military wives are tough as nails. That's not true at all. A lot of us are, and a lot of us are not. Let's see. Tag chasers. That's probably the very first term that I heard, that I didn't really know what it was until I had to ask someone one day. But a lot of girlfriends are considered tag chasers if they've gone after, or they keep getting into relationships with people in the military, because they're just trying to get out of their hometown and, you know, travel and get some awesome benefits and stuff like that. There's probably some of those out there too. Oh, another good one. I'm just rambling. I'm sorry. I'll try to make this quicker. Another one is wearing your spouse's rank. I know a lot of officer wives are accused of this. I don't think that I do this because I don't really know the different ranks. The only ranks that I know are the ones that my husband has been since I've been with him. So he was enlisted at first in the National Guard, and I have no idea how that goes. And then when we got together, I've noticed his progression from first lieutenant or second lieutenant to first lieutenant to captain. So that's all I know. So there's no way I couldn't wear his rank. I have no idea who is above him and who's below him, and I don't care. Maybe I should, but it's not something I care to learn about. Uh, there's a million different things like that, with like officers and enlisted, and maybe some of them have some truth to it. Some of them do not. I don't like being kind of not hung out with because I am an officer's wife. I don't want that to ever be a reason that someone would not want to hang out with me because they think I'm a certain way and I'm not. That really hurts my feelings. I've had some experience in that. I don't like it. But I'm not saying they all do that by any means. A lot of the other silly little things from like officers and enlisted is that I've heard someone sent me a message and reminded me of this ongoing joke that they used to have on a different military spouse forum. That was all officers' wives carry Coach purses, and you can distinguish the enlisted wives by their pink label, the Victoria's Secret pink label. So everybody has a pair of pink sweatpants, and I was like, well, according to that, then I would be an enlisted wife because I certainly don't have a Coach purse, and I have tons of those pink sweatpants. So yeah, they're all pretty silly, and most of them are not based on fact at all. Maybe there's like a tiny slither of truth in there, but for the most part, they just kind of get out of control and grow, and they just are there to make me laugh, I guess. I don't take them seriously. I think they're silly, and anyone who does, anyone who even gets fired up about them, it kind of makes me giggle because, why would you care? Okay, that was really scary. I'm gonna get off here. Someone just knocked on my door or something. A bird ran into it. I'm gonna go, but let us know what you guys have to say. Me and Jen over at Chances I'm Taking, she's the one who's been vlogging this project, and we hope that you'll join in with us. So tell us, sorry that my list was kind of exhaustive, but you could go back over and pick some of those out and reflect on them if you will. We'd appreciate it. See ya.